Hello, Namaste, Sat Sri Akal, Kem Chu, Kasakai. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Insight Generator. Power up your data insight. So, guys, I am just right back here with one more videos called Data Modeling Part 2. So, Part 1 we have already covered in my previous videos where we have seen how to establish the relationship between the two queries, right? And what was the replications and the wrong results. We have also seen that without doing this data model parts, right? So how data modeling is so crucial, and how it is so important to build the relationship, correct relationship between the two queries, that we have seen in the previous videos. So it was a quick recap. Now I'm just jumping into the few more things like why should we hide this foreign keys from our data model, and what are the star schema model techniques, what is the Snowflake schema, what are the examples of the star schema and Snowflake schema, and then we will see the comparison between the star schema and the Snowflake schema. So these are the things which is a part of the data model, and in this video data model part 2 we are going to cover, right? But before jumping on to this one, I will request you guys, please like and subscribe my channel, and just don't forget to hit the bell icon so that if I update any videos, you guys will stay updated. So let's just get started without making any further delays. So guys, you might have seen that in the data modeling part, right, in my previous videos we have just established the relationship between the tables, right? This is my fact table and these are these dimensions table, right, which has surrounded this fact table, and there is a relationship of the fact table with every single dimensions table with many to one relationship, many to one relationship, many to one relationship. So we have covered this in very detailed manners, right? So now here I will tell you why should we hide these foreign keys from our data model, from our report, and why it is so important, right? So guys, it is always a best practice to hide these foreign keys from your data model or your report. I will tell you the two major reasons why should we do this, right? One reasons that I'm going to explain you is that this just for this clarity and user experience point of view. As you know, foreign key is of no use apart from this building the relationship, establishing this connections or relationship between the two queries, right? By the way, as a part of analysis, it is not going to give you any meaningful insights, right? So as a end users, you will be getting nothing from this foreign key, and it will also improve the end user experiences or consumers experiences more better if you hide this foreign keys, right? And it will also make your reports more user friendly. So whenever you see this foreign keys any tables, try to hide that, right? Second reasons, which is the major reasons, and it is always a concerns for everyone, which is the security purpose. And you know, the foreign key sometimes could potentially lead to the data leakage, and you know the security concerns. So the foreign key sometimes indirectly may reveal some informations of the database structures or the relationship that you really don't want to expose to all the users, right? So it is always best practice to hide this foreign keys and nothing that. Apart from these, I don't think this foreign key is of any use, right? So, and that is the reasons we should hide this foreign key from all the model part. So let's do this. As you see, let's talk about this fact table and this dimensions table. These two tables are connected with this customer key. So in the customer table, this customer key is the primary key. So here I'm not going to explain what is primary key because I have already covered a videos on primary key and the foreign keys fact table and the dimensions table. So directly I'm going to explain here. So this customer key is being used as a primary key into this customer table, but the same customer key is being used as a foreign key into this fact sales table. So here customer key is a foreign key, so I'm going to hide this, all right? So it will make your report more user friendly, and this is of no use. What insight that you are going out of this customer key? Nothing, right? And let's talk about this what to say, this product table and this sales table. So this sales table and the product table, if you will hover over into this one, you will see now these two tables are in relationship between what to say, based on the column called product key, right? So this product key is primary key into this product table, but the same product key is foreign key into this fact sales. So I'm going to hide this product key because this product key is being used as a foreign key here, right? So as I said, the foreign key you have to hide it because it is of no use apart from building this relationship. Now let's talk about this what to say, this territory key and this fact table. You will see it is now it is, if I will talk about this one, if I will talk about this one, if you will hover over in this one, it is now in relationship based on the column called territory key. So this territory key is primary key into the territory table, but the same territory key into the sales table is a foreign key. So I'm just going to hide this, correct? So likewise, this is also connected with this order date. So order date, I'm just going to hide here since order date is a foreign key here, right? Now, is there any other things that we can see? Okay, let's do this. In this date and this return table, if you see the return date might be this foreign key into this table. So I'm going to hide it, right? In this table, these two tables, the product table and the product subcategories tables are in relationship with the, let me just, okay. So now these two tables are in relationship based on the column subcategory key. So this subcategory key is primary key into this table, but the same subcategory key is foreign key into the product table. So here I'm going to hide this one, right? Okay, fine. So in between these two tables, if you see that category key, so this category key is primary key into this table, but the same category key is foreign key here. So I'm just going to hide them. And this is what we have to do in every data models, right? So and why it is so important, as I have given you the two reasons, which is the major reasons. Now I'm just moving on to the more advanced part of this data model. Okay, so what is the star schema, and with the examples we will see. First, let's understand how does the star schema look like. Then we will move towards the example of the star schema and what type of model techniques we have used in our data modeling parts. By the way, let me tell you, we have used both the techniques of this data modeling, star schema as well as snowflake schema. So I will explain where we have used this snowflake schema and where we have used this star schema. I will explain. So first, let's see how does a star schema look like. So star schema is nothing but it's just a model techniques in which it will look like a star in which the fact table, generally a data model a star schema contains the two tables. One is the fact table, another one is the dimensions table. So fact table always remains in the center of the star, and it is surrounded by the multiple dimensions table. If you see in front of my screen, this is the fact table, and this fact table is surrounded by the multiple dimensions table, dimension table, and these fact table is in relationship with every single dimension table with many to one that we have seen in our model. This is the fact table, this is dimension table, this is dimension table, this is dimension table, and this is dimension table, and this fact table is in the center of the star and which is surrounded by the multiple dimensions table. So and this is how what to say, star schema looks like. So let's see the example. By the way, we have seen in our real-time model, but again let me give you one example of this star schema. Let's say for example we have this table into the center of the model. Into it means you can say it is in the center of the star or in the heart of the star, and it is surrounded by the multiple tables called dimensions table. So in the sales table we have multiple attributes for the columns like time key, item key, branch key, locations key, dollars sold, and the units sold. So this sales table is now in relationship with this time dimensions table with time key. Here is time key and here is time key. So it is in relationship. Again, this sales table is in relationship with this branch table based on the column called the branch key. You can see here branch key, here is also the branch key. Likewise, we also have the connections with all the table. This is called the star schema actually, right? Now Just moving on to this snowflake schema. So first let's understand what is snowflake, how does snowflake look like, right? And where we have used in this real-time data models the snowflake schema. So this is our snowflake schema, by the way. Let me show you. This is the exact look of the snowflake. Can you see that? There is a branches, right? This is the center. Here it is in connections with this one, and it is further divided, it is further by broken down and bifurcated, right? Just like a branch. You can also see here, right? You can also see the example of the snowflake schema structures. We will see by example, don't worry. On the next page, if you will move, I will give you one example of the snowflake. And in this model where we have used the snowflake, I will also show you that, right? So let me move on to this example first here. So if you see the example of the snowflake schema, can you see this is the star schema that we have recently seen here. This table and this table is all are in relationship with this fact table, right? Right, this is the star schema, right? And this is the snowflake schema, because this is because in a star schema all the dimensions table are connected or related to this fact table. But in snowflake schema, basically, by the way, let me tell you, the snowflake schema is a multi-dimensional data model. You can also call them as an extension of the star schema, in which a dimension table is broken down into the multi sub dimensions table, and again that sub dimension table is further broken down in some other sub dimensions table. So we will see here, you can see this product tables, right? Let me straightforward go to this data model part. You can see this is the product table, right? This product table will fall under some subcategories, right? Some subcategories, and now these subcategories will again fall under some categories. So category is a broader label, right? After that, subcategories will come under this category, and after that this product will come under this subcategories. So this is in relationship with this table, and again this table is in relationship with this table. It means when this product table is further broken down, this category table is further broken down into subcategories table, and again these subcategories table are further broken down in sub dimensions table. So these tables and these three tables are a snowflake schema structures. Why we call them as a snowflake schema? Because their entity relationship diagram looks like a snowflake, right? That's what we call them as a snowflake schema. So we can see here the snowflake schema. So can you see here? This is the branches of this, what to say, this table. You can say consider it as a query, or consider them as a table. Now you can see the branches, right? So these are the examples that we have seen over here. And now let's compare between this star schema and the snowflake schema. So in the star schema, we only have the fact table and the dimensions table, right? And these dimensions table surrounds this fact table, right? And the fact table always remains in the center of the star, and around it the dimensions tables are there, right? But in the snowflake schema, one dimension table is further broken down into one sub dimensions table. That sub dimensions table is again broken down into further sub dimensions table, and likewise it will be interconnected to each other, and they will form a entity relationship diagram. That's what we call them as a snowflake schema, right? So I hope you guys are pretty much clear about this snowflake schema. So in our real-time data model, we are using both this model, this table and this table. They are forming the snowflake schema, and this is also what to say, forming the snowflake schema, and these tables are forming this star schema. So I hope you guys are now pretty much clear about this, the entire topics that we have covered, right? And it is always important in order, and from an interview point of view as well, guys, it is very much important. In interview, sometimes they frequently ask, what is the difference between a star schema, what model techniques you have used in your project, whether you have used the star schema or you have used the snowflake schema. So that's all for these videos. Keep learning, keep growing, and just keep supporting me. Thanks for watching.